SELCO is known for its for work it has done in solar power. But what we want to position ourselves is to position ourselves as a energy provider, sustainable energy provider in the rural areas. And what we want to look at is let's look at a house as a black box. Where else can we make an intervention? Community as a black box, village as a black box. Where else can SELCO provide sustainable energy so it makes a difference in the quality of life or increase incomes?
One of the things as an organization that we've not done is spread around. A lot of people ask us, why aren't we across the country? A lot of people ask us, why is that you don't create franchises? Why is that you don't franchise your model and hand it over to other organizations who are capable of running it? But the gist of all these queries and all these questions is that yes, we've also realized that we've been in this particular state and in a small part of Gujarat for a long time. 15 years is a long time to be in one particular area without talking of expansion. So one of the first things that we would like to do is look at other areas, new territories wherein we can establish ourselves, new territories close enough to Karnataka so that we can spread ourselves in the same way that we've spread in the past, growing organically, going in from one area to the other, going in because there's a demand for the product. People come to know about the product, know about the technology, know about SELCO, and then start demanding a system so that then we move into that area. We still want to grow the same way, but must be more aggressively in the next 4 or 5 years.
We don't believe in traditional models of traditional business methods of scale up. We believe that the success of SELCO has been in providing customized solutions to the poor, which actually, because it's need-based, you need to customize. If it was want, you need to standardize, but energy service will always remain a need. And our counter answer to a lot of people over scale-up is, can we replicate? If we replicate, that means we bring up entrepreneurs from different areas. Let them not go through the first 8 years of pain that we went through. Utilize our networks, leverage our networks with financial institutions and service and technology providers. Come up with site-specific solutions from where they are, speaking the local language in the local accent. So they become local entrepreneurs, whether Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, or Mali, somewhere down the line. We want to inculcate or incubate entrepreneurs who have the passion, and let them and train them in a way and give them appropriate resources. They don't go through the 8 years of our pain, what we went through, and open up complete. I use this main SELCO, not only the incubation lab, utilize the main SELCO as a lab in itself for other entrepreneurs to pick up from. And that's the goal that we would like to achieve next year.
The next level of people who are even more poorer, people who can't afford financing in its real sense, in what it is today, now need a further level of innovation and a further level of support, which is also a very large market for SELCO. So as an organization, we see ourselves spreading wider and, more importantly, spreading deeper. So now, if we were able to supply systems to all the poor people who are at the bottom of the pyramid, then we have another 15 years in the same territory itself that we don't even need as an organization to look out at. But that's 10 times more difficult than what we're doing today. So one part of our expansions would be spreading ourselves wider, looking at more states, looking at the same set of clients that we've been dealing in the past, because that's our expertise. We now have know what they need, what sort of adaptations are required in systems, how we can satisfy these requirements. For example, if there's a person who's got a cowshed light, we know what sort of light to provide for the cowshed, what sort of light to provide for the kitchen. Institutions in that areas, what sort of lighting can be provided. But so we have the expertise within ourselves as of today to spread ourselves out wider to the next state or the next couple of states. But we also understand that there's a very large need to go in deeper. And that's more to do with the philosophy of the company and with the philosophy of individuals who are here. We've all joined this company not because it was the only solar company or because of the environmental benefits alone. We've also joined it because we thought that there was something social, some sort of social development that was happening here. So every one of us is interested in moving down deeper to the poorer sections, even more poorer people, ensuring that there's more inclusivity in the markets that we are already operating in. And that's where I see SELCO moving forward to. Personally, I would rather see more of depth in our markets rather than more of width within the next set of areas. But it's going to be a combination of both.